Now that all the normies are gone, today is our April of 2021 police equipment giveaway, and I am doing this live because I only have 30 minutes before I have to start getting ready for work, so bear with me. There isn't even a script for this. I'm going to roll right into it for everybody. We are going to do the giveaway for the Guardian Angel device over on Instagram. Over on Instagram, we had a giveaway for the Guardian Angel device. We told everybody as long as you're over 18, you live inside the United States, and yada, 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 yada. You tag one friend, unlimited entries for the Guardian Angel device giveaway over on Instagram. And I would cut up all of those entries, which was a little bit of a lie because I made my kids do it. And I would cut those entries up and fold them up and put them into a box. And we would do the giveaway live. So I'm showing you here that these are all different names. Well, some of them may be duplicated because people could have unlimited entries. But I cut each individual one up and put it here into this container. As you all can see, that there's a bunch of different names in here. This isn't all mine. I don't even want half of this stuff, as you can see. I've got lots of stuff in my basement. Here is the giveaway for the Guardian Angel device from last month. We're also going to do the giveaway for the Shieldbox from last month. I'm going to tell you about the videos that are coming out in the very near future. And then I'm going to show you what we're giving away this month. It's going to be exciting. So the Guardian Angel device giveaway from on Instagram. The winner of that is IAN_1159. What an exciting name. IAN_1159. That is for the Guardian Angel device here, so I don't lose it. Stick that right up there. And now I can throw all this out. We're next going to do the giveaway for the Shieldbox and Olight from last month. Last month's Shieldbox was full of all sorts of cool stuff. In case you want to freeze frame this when it goes live. I know it's probably reversed on the live, but in case you want to freeze frame it later. One of my most exciting things about it is this Maxpedition dump pouch, which I have several of, and most of my friends have several of, and a rescue knife from Stat Gear. We also added in there a little Olight baton. I think it's the Baton 3 in red, and it comes with a little charger thing, kind of like earpods type of thing. So that is all one giveaway item. And we're going to do the drawing for that. I did it the exact same way with mostly the same rules. Close that up so I don't lose any pieces. And I cut all the pieces up. So while I'm taking these out randomly and showing them to you, we're going to talk about the upcoming videos in the future. I'm sure you guys are going to be really excited about them. Sorry. One of them that's actually up on the Patreon right now is a SWAT duty belt and kit setup. That was a lot of fun to shoot. A buddy of mine is on a SWAT team, and we got him a belt and a bunch of other stuff from my pile of stuff, and did a video of how he set it up a couple months later after using it. I also have a baton, like a riot baton comparison video with a bunch of different types of riot batons. And I have an EDC video that's coming up in the very near future. You guys are going to enjoy that. It's been a couple of years since I did any EDC videos. I don't think that should be the primary focus of the channel is EDC videos. But I figured I would redo Police EDC Summer Edition, the original EDC video with what I actually carry every day, taking into account the new stuff that I get from companies. Like, what is it that I actually carry around every day that companies have sent me? What's stood the test of time, kind of. So that should be exciting. And what else do I have coming up? Oh, the Viridian Fact Duty video that I'm working on now. That's a camera for a duty pistol, so that's interesting. And I've got 221B's Tacticals. They have new duty gloves. We're going to be cut testing those live, probably on Instagram. And I have a affordable security duty belt video, which is coming out. I got LA Police Gear sent me their kit down here. So it's everything but a holster and mag pouches. So it's meant for unarmed security, but we'll talk about a little bit about armed security too. And then I think we're going to be giving that kit away on a future giveaway. And I also have a backpack that a company sent me from like Romania or something. I don't know where they even got in contact with me. Or I know how they got in contact with me. They emailed me. I don't know where they found my email. It must be listed somewhere. And we're going to be doing that giveaway also in the future. So I've got really cool stuff for giveaways going forward. Let's do the drawing for last month's Shieldbox giveaway. Okay, that wasn't part of the name. So there it is. Shieldbox winner for last month's Shieldbox giveaway is Rogelio Della Rosa. Rogelio Della Rosa, please send me an email, freefieldtraining@gmail.com or PM or something. Just please get in contact with me. Comment down below if this is you. Do something to get a hold of me because I got like 5 shield boxes again that have gone unclaimed from previous month's giveaways. I think we're gonna have to do like a bumper giveaway at the end of each year now, because I can't keep storing shield boxes that people have won. And once again, we're gonna put that in there so I don't lose that. We're doing this live, so I cannot, unfortunately, put the picture up right here. It would be really awesome if I could just put the picture up and be like, go look for this picture. But over on my Instagram, shortly after we end this, not right this moment, but shortly after, you're going to see a picture of a pair of 911 Gear duty suspenders. These are their tactical suspenders. You've seen similar versions of these on the channel before. They've got the padding on the top. They've got YKK clips and everything. There's little hooks that attach onto your duty belt, so this all goes on like old Alice gear. And these have been very, very effective, and lots of people at work that use them. Some of the additions that I've noticed right off the top of my head with these suspenders is they put a Velcro patch area in case you're wearing these over your uniform and you want to be able to put a police or constable or security or company patch or whatever else on the back. There's an area on the back. Apparently they said some people were gluing their own Velcro onto the back, and they figured it's easy enough to just make that an option straight from the factory. So all of their suspenders now have that on there, which is really cool. We are giving a pair of these away. The rules for that are the same as the rules from previous ones. It's going to be unlimited entries, tag a friend. So you go on there, save the, like the photo, save the photo, tag a friend. And every time you tag a friend in a separate entry is an entry for the giveaway, which I will draw next month on a live stream, either on Instagram or on YouTube. So that's pretty exciting. I think anybody that works for a living and has to wear a duty belt, which should be most of you, I would think these could come in handy for, or at the very least, you'll know someone at work that these come in handy for. If you're a little girthier, such as myself, or you have back problems, this is a great start to solving those issues. We're also going to take some of those comments and questions from the live stream here at the end. I'm trying to push through this because I do have to get to work. Yeah, I got like 15 more minutes left. This month's YouTube giveaway is going to be the same as many prior YouTube video giveaways. Down in the comments when this video goes up, so it's live right now. I'm not talking about in the live. I'm talking about down in the comments below this video when it goes up. All I want you to do is you have to be over 18. You have to live inside the continental United States. I'm sorry, all of my Canadian friends for that one. And everything that's in the box has to be legal for me to ship to you and for you to receive. But this is what we're giving away for this video. So the way you enter is you just say which one of these things you're most excited about in the comments section of this YouTube video, not the live stream, the comments section. So when this goes live, just click on it to watch it again and put a comment down in the comment section. So this month we've got a shield box, again, as usual. That's kind of what started this whole finagling. And a Boulder RL Mini. So, as usual, Olight right now, they've got their flash sale thing going on. They got all sorts of stuff. They've got these O-bulb things, which, if you're into camping and stuff, could be really interesting. It's not police equipment, though. And they've got new colors of the i5T EOS. So this one is like some sort of Art Deco color. But the one we're giving away, because it makes the most sense, and I love to hear responses from people out in the field who are actually using this stuff, is the Balder RL, which is a little mini pistol light. It attaches through their little throw lever and slides. You can clip this onto just about anything, and the top slides back and forth to adjust to your trigger guard, and then you just throw the throw lever back and it locks in, and it uses the same charging as you're used to if you're used to Olights, and it has the same operation where you tap to get solid on and hold to get momentary. And what's interesting about this one, if you can see it in here, I'm much happier with this new phone than I was the old one. Focus is so much better. You have your light, and inside the light reflector is the laser, and it doesn't really seem to bother having the hole there, the light. They've worked out with the reflector. So now you have your light and your laser all on this little tiny miniature light. Who makes a duty holster for this? I have no idea. How much throw does it have? I have no idea, because I just got it in the mail today and it was last minute to throw it in. It says it's a max 600 lumens and max throw 130 meters for whatever that's worth. Flashlight companies, I don't even like. I have seen no correlation between the lumens and how far they say it throws and what the light actually does. 600 lumens just means probably enough, and 130 meters of throw means it throws okay at the very least. But that's what the beam looks like. It's a pretty confined beam, which means there's not a lot of spill. There's a little bit, as you can see, but not a whole lot. Should be interesting to hear from whoever wins this next month about how they like it. I haven't got any complaints about the durability of these yet. So this is going in the giveaway with the Shieldbox on the YouTube video. Inside the Shieldbox this month, and then we'll take some of your comments and questions. Here's what is in there, in case you want to freeze frame it later and be able to read everything that it says. There's a Apollo Rapid Access ISVAC pouch from 221B. Of course, that's on the bottom, because that's how it would always be. Let's rip that open. So it looks like it attaches on molly or a belt on the back, and then it pulls out the side. So you can put your own little cross pattern on there, or it's got kind of a cross. And then there's tabs on the ends right here, and you pull, and it comes out from the little holder, and this is the part that attaches onto your belt. Interesting. I could actually see this being more of a vehicle-mounted type of thing, so mount that onto the cage or the fire extinguisher or whatever, and then be able to grab and yank it. And so then your trauma kit or your first aid kit isn't under some stuff. It's like mount that up. Even, if you put Velcro on that, mount that puppy to the ceiling as long as it wasn't too heavy, or run it through the grating on the cage of the squad and be able to grab and not have to go searching for something. That'd be pretty cool. I have to get me one of those. And then there's the Hx4 LED Clip Light from Coast. Coast is a company, I haven't had a lot of their lights on the channel, but I have seen a lot of them. And most of the time, they appear to be pretty durable at work. So this operates on 2 AAAs, and it seems to be, there's clips on your uniform shirt. You've seen those before, people with these clipped on. And it's just a little, like, utility light that you can leave mounted onto your shirt or onto your vest. White and red. I don't see any other features on there other than white and red. Doesn't say very much else. Oh, it also attaches to magnetic surfaces. Can't do it through the packaging. And this, apparently, this top thing rotates up and down so you can kind of point it where you want it to go. So that's interesting. There is the tactical mic clip for those who don't know how to use like a hair tie or a snap ring. I guess if you want to buy a separate thing, you get the tactical mic clip. The MyMedic Billy Bands, which is a gear bundle. So it's all sorts of elastic bands and a pair of scissors that allow you to attach things like tourniquets to the outside of your trauma kit so that you don't have to dig in the trauma kit to get the thing you're looking for. It seems like something that would go pretty well with that. the Battle Rope 2.0 9mm Breakthrough Clean. So it's a 9mm pistol cleaning kit. That's pretty cool. And that's it. And Shieldbox, of course, is a subscription service. They send it to me. Talk to all of you about. There's a link down in the description and a coupon code. There's links for Olight sale and 911 gear and all of that and coupon codes. And of course, I make a little money or get more stuff if you use those coupon codes and those links. So please, if you're interested in any of this, go use those coupon codes and use those links. If not, if you're just here to get the giveaway, that's great. Leave some comments down below about what thing you're most excited about on this YouTube video, and that'll enter you into the YouTube giveaway. Don't forget about that Instagram giveaway with the 911 Gear Suspenders. Those are pretty cool, especially if you're actually working for a living like me. That's an awesome thing to get. Not super expensive thing. They're not an expensive pair of suspenders, but they are very good. And that's about it. This Shieldbox is like $50 a month or something like that, $53 a month. And it says its total estimated value is $90 in the box. So I will say with Shieldbox, every month they seem to get better stuff. When they first started off, there was stuff that was like, some boxes are good, some are not so good. Some of them are really awesome, depending on what companies they get. They're getting some really high-class companies in here with some stuff that, I mean, even if it's not something I ended up loving, would be interesting things to try. Like this month, the little Coast Clip Light and a cleaning kit and a med pouch and the little elastic to attach to the outside of a med pouch. Like, what copper security guard wouldn't be like, use some of that stuff. So it's worth a look, and it's getting a little better every month, which is a great thing to say about a company, especially when you started with them at the ground floor, just kind of giving them time of day. There's been lots of companies like that. Some companies, I give them the time of day, and then it turns out that, they're full of it, and other companies end up getting better and better as time goes on, like them, and 911 Gear, and 221B, and Safe Life Defense, which is recently their 3A Plus was just NIJ certified, and I hear they have new exciting certification things coming in the future and new products, which that should make for a fun year, especially now that I have more access to range space outside. So we're going to go to the comments and questions. Please comment and tag your friends and all of that, and share these videos for entries so we can get more people on the channel. The more people watch these, the more people enter them, the more excited people are about them, the more comments they get, the more companies send me cool stuff to show all of you. And as you can see about the stuff that I'm doing in the future, we've got duty belts and backpacks and these tack-tote little magnetic mount things for rifle mags and stuff, and just all sorts of cool stuff coming out in the future. I really appreciate all of your help with all of that. I'm going to go take some comments and questions before I have to leave here. And I'm going to try to cut it off before we get to half an hour, because if it goes over half an hour, YouTube has a panic attack. All right, so we're going to go with things that are actually applicable for most people. See if I can scan through and find some stuff. Darren R says, my PL Pro fits my Safariland holster, no problem, but the holster originally for a Streamlight TLR1. I highly doubt they will make one for the Boulder Mini or smaller lights like that. Well, one of the things with weapon lights that you need to know about when getting duty holsters is that what you need is a duty holster that doesn't index on the light. You need one that just leaves space for the light and indexes on the holster somewhere. Safariland does a pretty good job with most of that. If you find a light that's near size, most of the time it would work. I couldn't really advocate for using a holster that isn't designed for the weapon and light combo, because you could have weird interfaces, interferences there that could cause a safety issue. But there are a lot of companies that are coming out with holsters for all sorts of different weapon lights that are coming on the market, including Olight ones. A lot of the smaller makers are making duty holsters for Olights, and lots of makers are making concealed carry lights, if that's something you're interested in. Targo Presto says, were you ever in SWAT, and did you drive a big armored truck, or is that just in the movies? LOL. I was in SWAT. I did drive a big armored truck, and I can tell you it's not as much fun as it sounds in the movies. Driving a big armored truck is like driving a big truck that is 100% fully loaded, actually a little above capacity. So we had a Bearcat when I was on SWAT, and a Bearcat is basically an F450 pickup truck that is loaded to the gills. It's way over capacity, turbo diesel, barely gets out of its own way. People used to cut me off and give me the finger when I tried to drive it on the highway. So it's not as much fun as it seems. It's funny to be like, I'm driving a tank, but that wears off very quickly because driving those things it's a pain in the butt. Then when you get bigger vehicles like MRAPs and stuff, those are a royal pain and they tend to tip over. Lord Razor 14 says, Tommy, what's your opinion on ID spray? They're limited in what the security guards can carry used in the UK. Some places here, some companies here integrate like a UV dye into their pepper spray, and I've never, ever, ever seen it be a determining factor in a case. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying in 15 years of police work in a pretty rough neighborhood and seeing plenty of people getting pepper sprayed by security guards and by private citizens who are using pepper spray to defend themselves, and a couple of times early on by cops spraying people with pepper spray, I've never seen that UV dye stuff ever be an issue. So I don't know why I would want to carry around a thing that just sprays people with ink. Maybe that's a thing in the UK. I've never seen it be anything useful here, is all I'm saying. It hasn't been in my experience. Mr. Twisted 72 says, do you think red dots on duty pistols will become standard? I think red dots on duty pistols will become standard when companies integrate them into the handguns. Not integrate a plate for them into the handgun, but into like literally integrate them into handguns, and when they are dead bang reliable enough that I can give anybody that they can recruit one and they won't break it or screw up how to use it. I think just like weapon lights, they will become more and more popular until a better aiming method comes around, or we get new techniques that make something else more useful. That's just how all police equipment works. But just like lights on duty pistols are not 100% everybody has one, red dots on duty pistols will be the same way and will be for the foreseeable future. It's too expensive at this stage and it's not integrated into the pistol. Look at it the same way you look at extended magazine capacities. Back when most police departments were issuing 6-shot revolvers, or guys were buying 6-shot revolvers to use at the very tail end of that, we had 7-shot revolvers, which became not super popular, but they were out there. And then we had people switching into higher capacity pistols. And if somebody said, well, when are 20-round magazines for double stack semi-autos going to become standard? When are they going to become a thing? Well, they became a thing when manufacturers started offering 20-round 9mm pistols, which was not that long ago. You could get 20-round mags for Browning high powers. Way back in the day. You could get them for Beretta 92s way back in the day, but people didn't regularly carry them because they weren't part of the package that the gun came with. So when do they become standard? When they're literally the sights on the gun, which may very well be within my lifetime, but I don't think it's going to be within my career. Unfortunately, I kind of like red dots on pistols. I'm trying to get into it now. It's really hard to buy anything firearms related right now, unless you got like a really good in or a lot of money to throw around, which I don't. But just like anything else, that's when it's going to become standard, when it becomes standard. Just like how now it's very hard to buy a car that doesn't have wind up, that doesn't have automatic windows. You barely find cars with wind up and wind down windows. It's the same type of thing. What shelving system am I using? This is got this at Menards. It was like $150. I think it looks pretty good. I want to put like a curtain behind it, or maybe some paneling or something that makes it look like brick. I might put might actually make a brick wall behind this, so it's more interesting. I'm getting too much light on the wall. It used to just be kind of a dead space in my garage, but now that I'm in a basement, it's kind of hard. I got that too much tan wall in the background. Comment down in the comments section below what you think I should use as a background for this behind this shelving. But this shelving was pretty cheap, and I'm really happy with it. It stores most of my stuff, and I've got other ones in the other room and in my garage that I'm using for other things. I like the shelving. This is the one that came out best once I put it together. It's the least scratched up from me rubber malleting the thing together at the other house. Justin Lecroute says, looking for some new cuffs. I've always leaned to the Smith & Wessons, but want to change it up. What are your favorite? I don't have a pair down here right now. So if you can find them right now, if you're looking for an upgrade, right? If you can find them right now, there's 2 upgrades that are worth looking at. One is Asp's Ultra Cuffs. They have handcuffs. They no longer have flex in them. Asp handcuffs are now all metal. The Ultra Cuffs are. And they have a push button as a double lock. And they still have the double keys on both sides. Those are really cool. I have a video coming out about those in the future. And another thing that you can do is, I forget if it's Hyatt or Smith or Safariland, what brand they're under right now, but you can get rigid handcuffs still. And they're separated further, and it's just a solid bar with handcuffs on either ends, and those give you better control over suspects. Those are two things you can look at as upgrades. Honestly, to be perfectly honest, I like the ASP handcuffs, the newest ones, and I like Safariland handcuffs, but I don't think anybody needs anything better than Smith & Wesson handcuffs. And it's going to take a lot to get me away from that opinion. Like that, you're talking about tripling the price of handcuffs in order to have something that's not triple better. It's maybe double better, right? But it's triple price better. So when the prices of those go down, it'll be an easier thing. Or if the price of Smith & Wesson handcuffs go up, or if case law changes where there's a huge advantage to the ASP handcuffs. The big advantage of the Safariland handcuffs, the solid bar ones, is it gives you more torque and leverage to be able to torque someone into cuffs. You can use this as a compliance tool. With the ASP handcuffs, there's no excuse not to double lock because you're just pushing two buttons. At double locks, you don't even need to get your cuff key out or like the tip of a pen out to double lock them. You just push the buttons at double lock. So that might change with some police departments when that starts to become something that's widely available where you can just go to the store and get them. I think police departments would be smart to integrate those because you're lowering your liability if you make it easier for your guys to double lock handcuffs. Policy's one thing, but making stuff easier, that's what gets things done. All right. We're coming up on 30 minutes. I like to cut it before then. We don't have a whole lot of other comments. We'll take one more question because this is integral to this. So Alfie Laggett says, can you please do a giveaway of international instead of just the USA? So here's the problem with doing international stuff for the 48 of you that are still watching. International shipping is crazy, and not everything is legal to ship over borders. So for the 911 Gear Suspenders over on Instagram, the US and Canada were cool with that. If they say they're cool with other international shipping, if the company says they're cool with it, then I'm cool with it, right? I'm probably going to do that for the US and Canada because that's where they're coming from. But with other stuff, you're talking about either a slow boat like 6 weeks DHL and it costing a lot of money. And people are going to get angry if they win something and they don't get it for 3 months. Or on the alternate side of it, it's going to cost more to ship it to you than it's worth. So you would actually be better off sourcing it and paying to just buy it because it would be cheaper for you to go through a local distributor. That's the problem is a lot of this stuff isn't available overseas. So if I wanted to send you an Olight Balder RL, it would cost me more to ship this to, let's say, for instance, I've got a subscriber in Norway. I would love to be able to allow him to be in the giveaways. I would love to, honestly, Sven. I would love to send you a Balder RL to Norway. Here's the problem. I don't know if this is legal to ship to Norway. I do know that the last time I quoted shipping one of these to Norway, because there's an integrated battery in it and it weighs a little bit, to get it there in less than 6 months was like $85, which I think is more than this thing costs. And I can't even locally source it in Norway or in Europe and have it shipped to him because they don't locally source the same thing. That the same thing doesn't have a distributor there. So that's the problem with the international giveaways. I'm sorry, all of my international friends. When I can allow, something to go over the border and I know it's going to be fine and I know I can ship it there and I know it's not going to bankrupt me to ship it to you, I do that. The problem is if I open it up to anybody everywhere, I'm going to have somebody in an island in the South Pacific that's going to win something that weighs 25 pounds and it's going to cost me $400 to ship it to them. Or they're going to get it in 6 months by DHL and most people aren't going to be cool with that. And I'm going to get angry comments and people downvoting me on Facebook and all sorts of other crazy crap I don't have time for trying to ship things, DHL. And then what happens when it gets lost international? And we all know that happens quite frequently. So for right now, when I can do it, I do the giveaways international. Most of the time, I just can't because I can't guarantee what it's going to cost. I can't guarantee I can get it to you. And worst case scenario, I can't guarantee even that if it gets lost in the mail, I can be like, I'll take care of you, man. I'm just going to buy it and ship it to you. I'm going to have it Amazon to you. I can't even guarantee I do that because I can't just Amazon something and send it to France, right? There's a guy that's in France. I would love to be able to just send him stuff. He's a cop in France and he watches the channel and he watches it with his friends, and I would love to just be able to send it to him. But how do I send him a Guardian Angel device in France? I don't know. And then I'm only opening it up to certain countries. Right now, the only things I can do international are the patches. I can ship these international because I know I can put them in an envelope and put an international stamp on it. I know eventually it'll probably get there. And if it doesn't, you know, I'm out $10 and I'll ship them another one. I'll send another one UPS or something. But so far that hasn't been a problem. So that's where we're at with the international shipping. If you know of a better way, let me know, because I'm more than open to doing international stuff. All right. So that's going to be it for me today. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. The links and all that are down below, along with the rules. And then I'm going to go over to Instagram and I'll post the picture over on Instagram hopefully shortly here. I got to get dressed. And then we're going to be live with these videos. Next week is SWAT duty belt and kit setup. I'm going to release that. And then the week after that, I'm hoping to have the security duty belt thing done. If not, I've got a video on my Condor jacket that I bought because I needed a green jacket to go with the green free field training patches. I had to, and it was cheap. So I did a video on that as kind of a placeholder in case the world goes nuts. But then the rest of these, now that I'm set up and I'm editing again, and I've got my little office in here where I've got my backdrop and I've got my my lights all set up, and I've got my setup for editing all set up, and I've got all of my other stuff in here. Now that I'm all good, I think we're going to be able to start kicking videos out pretty fast. So it's a lot of stuff I've been waiting on, and I can't wait to share it with all of you. Until next week, guys, be safe. Take care of each other.